Welcome to a counselor's journey to private practice once again. So today we're going to dive into marketing tips, marketing strategies that I want you to be utilizing so that you're able to continue to do the beautiful and amazing work that you are doing every day in your private practice. Before we do that, I want to share a couple of things. Number one, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Number two, make sure you subscribe to this channel, right? And to the podcast so that every week you do not miss out on new episodes, whether it's here, videos, because you want to see me and all the guests that we have, or in the podcast so you can hear while doing awesome workouts or things that you do on your end. For me, I listen to the podcast sometimes or I listen to different podcasts at times whenever I am cleaning the house or running on the old treadmill. Now, the last thing that I want to drop real quick before we go into today's episode is the courses. Now, if you haven't done so already, click the link below in the description. There are courses at a counselor's journey to private practice that take you from a solo practice to a group practice, that teach you how to transform your psychology today. You're already paying like $30 a month. This course is free. Why not jump on it, do it, build your caseload, increase your income? There's courses that take you through a 5-day process. Yes, 5 days. 5 days to build your referral list. Now, again, I want you to have success in private practice so that you are able to live your life to the best ability possible. You're able to be with your friends, your family, and enjoy it and be as far away as you can from burnout. Now, let's dive into why you are here today. We are here today, right, to go into marketing strategy. So I'm gonna get this piece of paper right in front of me. The first strategy I want you to consider when it comes to your marketing strategy is less is better than more, right? What? Does that even make sense? Now, yes, when it comes to marketing, you do not want to be out there on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I was about to say MySpace, but no one uses that anymore. Now, you don't want to be on all of those platforms because that should be exhausting. That's just way too much. And it's gonna be hard to show up in all those spaces. It'd be no different than if you had a private practice and you also worked at 6 other private practices and then you're driving to each one. That's gonna be really exhausting. Now, the next strategy I want you to look at is niche yourself. Have a specialty. So instead of saying I help people overcome challenges, push a little more, be more curious and ambitious. Who specifically do you help? I help anxious men overcome traumas that took place during their childhood. Now we're really specific based off of that. I help kids that have suicidal thoughts. I help couples that are at the brink of divorce but want to give it one last shot. Right, so now it's very specific on who you support, and it's easier then to create content because you're creating content for one specific audience versus having a whole, bucket of different audiences. What it also does is it builds your brand. And then once someone says, you know what, I am really trusting, like let's say here in this example, right? I'm really trusting Juan, who's helping me in my journey of private practice, right? One specific audience. Then it allows you to be more willing to hear maybe other information that I could share. Like if I say, hey, listen, oh, you have a beard? I have one too. I've been trying out this oil for my beard. More than likely, you would trust it a little bit more. Not just because we both have beards, maybe. If you're listening, you have a beard out there. If not, then not relevant. But because we built trust based off of the initial brand that was built. And the last strategy before you head out, I'll give you a bonus one. So 2 more. The last strategy, 2 more, right? That's what I said. Is number 1, consistency. Whenever you are consistent in your marketing strategy, your results will be consistent. Whenever you are inconsistent in your marketing strategy, your results will be fill in the blank, right? And the last one, the bonus, is repurpose content. Now, you are creating so many things. Repurpose it. You don't have to redo items over and over. So like here, I'll give you an example. This video that I'm doing, I can repurpose it after I finish and transcribe it into a blog, right? So now from 1, I've made 2. After this video, I can repurpose it by watching it and then maybe writing down, 5 ways to market your private practice. And then in that infographic, using canva.com, I can list out those 5 ways and I can post it on my Instagram. So now that's 3. And then let's just say I wanted to do number 4, right? For, just for giggles. I can have an episode coming up in a couple of weeks, and then I can go into this very topic and just add a little more detail to it. So now that's 4 ways. And I'm not having to reinvent the wheel. I'm not getting exhausted or burnt out. I'm just repeating roughly the same thing, but in different ways, still giving the best content that I can, delivering it in the most effective way, but it allows us as business owners to repurpose content. So hopefully you found this episode helpful and interesting. I'm going to ask for a kindness before you head out. Please subscribe, like, and then share. One of the ways that we grow a family is by adding members to the family and by being really nice to each other. So I would love if you could share this channel with all the clinicians in your space. Let them know that it's weekly. It's a YouTube channel, just like the podcast. It's weekly. There's no cost to you. Subscribe, join. I will see you in the next episode.